What up with it, y'all? It's Coffee on the vid. Tapping back in, man, and upon further review, things are getting extra spooky for Wack100, man. It's not looking good right now. He's getting exposed to the fullest, but you got to read between the lines a little bit, man. It's so interesting. Wack100's media uprise is going to be a big part of his downfall, and has been, if y'all know what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna tie it together. Hit the comments, make sure to subscribe, but more importantly, let me know what y'all think about it all, man. But if you didn't see Byron Blake, right, the guy who's been going in on 1090 Jake with the whole 1090 Exposed series, putting in some serious work. And let me know what y'all think about that series as well if you've been tuning into it, man. And shout out to Jake, man. I ain't even dissing him, you know what I mean? Like, I always let y'all know I'm no gangster and, street code dude and all that. But a lot of these cats is rocking that way, you know what I mean? And they just straight full of ish, like Wack100. But peep it, the crater face, Muggsy Bogues of the hip-hop YouTube blogosphere. A big part of his come up was doing the whole Clubhouse initiative, right? Running content on every topic, having his minions tirelessly be in those rooms, and he'll pop in there, yell at someone, yo, mute him while I yell at him, and, clip that and put it up. And, it was smart in a sense that it helped him be attached to every news topic that comes out there. There's audio of Wack, right? That's all he ever wanted, to step out from being a truck driver Pyru to soaking up game from Suge Knight and everyone, to manipulating and lying his way into the game. And what he couldn't do with that, he'll just flat out cap and lie the rest of the way. But when the Stitches thing went down, like I always say, that's where he was birthed by Stitches. All of a sudden he was this guy that socked Stitches out, went viral, and as time went on, he more and more got involved in the media. And with the 100 initiative and all those clips, he's attached to every news cycle news story. But why that's a bad thing for him, and if individuals read between the lines and do the math and, backtrack and put together a presentation on his whole ass, he contradicts himself every other day. He tells a different story. He just lies and spins narratives. Just full-blown, full of ish. That's why his wife, the ex-probation officer who soaked up whatever came from him and then said, later, Crater, see you later, Crater. And she moved into her next business venture and kicked Wack to the curb, where he's out here running around with Clubhouse thoughts and Insta thoughts, who leak pictures of him face down, ass up, paws, looking like a whole tricking ass, extra zesty pause, Mr. Potato Head. But Byron Blake got at him and exposed the whole situation. Tap in if y'all seen that video over on his channel where he flat out lied about Hitman Holler. Made up a whole lie that when there was proof of Hitman Holler talking to the police, and that's for the street code dudes holding individuals to them types of rules who claim to be about that life. Made up this whole fake narrative that they caught someone and they were snitching and all this, man. And FOIA requests were put in and all that, and it was straight cap. He's like, damn, Wack, you flat out lying. Well, you know what Wack turned around and did? It hit a nerve with him, so he started posting this video of when the Byron Blake dude got jumped by Hitman Holler's peoples or whatever. He didn't even do it himself, and try to put up this caption like he was ethering them, like he was hiding from that situation. But he spoke on that situation many a times, you know what I mean? But you can tell by the way Wack's actions were. He's like, oh damn, this struck a nerve. I got caught out there. Let me go try to win a social media war. And it's like, yo, read between the lines. That shows Byron Blake pulled your card. Just like something else that was real interesting that Byron Blake and other individuals were pointing out, that gun case in Texas where Wack was talking about, yo, I didn't cross state lines. There's statements in it where he's talking about, yeah, we left from Los Angeles, we're going to Tulsa, we're here, admitting to crossing state lines, and it wasn't beaten in court, as has now been proved. And that leads you into another situation where Wack reacted very over the top, and that was when the Deuce M's dude put out the whole CS2 back documentary, man. He pulled that ish down with the quickness. Now, why would that be? Why would he react like something hit a nerve like that? Because It seems to be true, allegedly, right? I gotta say that, but I mean, come on, y'all, we can read between the lines. And never forget when Big U and him were falling out, he flat out called him back. He said, back, Wack. And at the end of the day, it's just showing that Wack lies all the time. Nothing he say means a damn thing. He has no morals or nothing, you know what I mean? His stories and the bullshit narratives he spins are full of holes, just like his fitted days pause. And if you just peep the way he gets down when he reacts to these situations, he's telling on himself, right? This dude has no poker face. He could never play poker. He would have a tell every time. And he also runs with all these fake ass narratives, like him and Ratty Jerry Curl did with the Munchie B situation, where we got ROR Munchie B called into the police tapping, if y'all seen it, where they flat out said, no, it's this new bail reform or whatever, you know, and they were putting it out there like he had all these RORs on gun cases, where it was one fucking case. It was just each time he had a court date, they were like, yeah, the ROR remains. Just like if he had been out on bail and was going to court, and they'd be like, yep, bail remains or whatever, you know, and they were running with this fake narrative like it was a different ROR each time, man. And it's like just showing you more and more this dude just talks out of his ass. Not a damn thing he says makes any sense. Again, the wife was like, see you later, Crater. He's running around with thotties from the internet. The family don't want nothing to do with him. He's hiding out in Vegas because he can't go to the West Coast. That's what was funny when he posted the video trying to roast Byron Blake. People are like, yo, Wack, that would be you if you weren't hiding out. You know what I mean? We know you ain't really like that. The only thing you ever did is sucker punch Stitches in that fake fight with the two random white dudes that was faker than a picture of you that don't have holes in the face. And he just runs with these lies. Like speaking of 1090 Jake, as I brought up earlier in the video, right? Byron Blake's going at him again. Let me know your thoughts about that 1090 Jake Exposed series, as well as everything else we're touching on, you know, connecting all the dots, reading between the lines, and just peeping what the get down really is. When he, in running with that fake narratives on Munchie B, when he got into a little online back and forth with 1090 Jake, this man didn't even fact check none of that shit. He went and got a situation that had already been debunked as fake. Feel how you want to feel about 1090 Jake making that fake police report when he stole the gun or whatever it was, right? The unsolved murders or unspoken murders or whatever the fuck dude's name was, took that paperwork and added a page at the end where it has someone getting arrested that was fake. It was all debunked and played out over the internet over the course of a month. And when Wack got into it with him, he ran this old ass story, which played out over the course of a month, and at this point had been like 6 to 8 months later, ran a straight fake play, man. And at the end of the day, it's all catching up to him. Every situation he gets in, there's all this old media out there to tie all his lies together neatly. And this latest exposure by Byron Blake is just really showing what the truth is, man. Peep the way he reacts, posting that old jumping video everyone done seen. You know what I mean? Just like he just snatcheth, downeth Doosam's CS2 back jump off. Go figure. Why would that be, man? Because all roads lead to Wack100 is full of ish, don't stand on any business like we thought, and definitely seems to be the CS2 backinator. So jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about it all. Sub up, stay tuned for updates. Pay attention, y'all. Don't be stupid. That's a thing going down in these blogosphere streets these days, is individuals are just running with fake narratives, you know, counting on the fact that no one will call them out, you know, and don't become laxed where, you know, you allow things like that to get by you, because it just will lower one's intelligence. That's something going on in this blogosphere, man. It's dumbing people down, and it's quite sickening, truly. You know what I mean? Like trying to look at cratered up grill when you're trying to eat a sandwich or something, you know, just make you sick to your stomach.